local forecast with meteorologist Jackson Chastain starts now.
Well, for the first time in a while, I didn't need my jacket at all this morning, Jackson.
I actually wore a sweatshirt outside, and I have to say I probably could have done with a t-shirt because it was a little bit too warm for me. I was fine. I wasn't sweating or anything, but it was certainly a day where for early November, you could probably get away with not wearing any kind of a coat because it was just that mild outside, and I'll touch on that in a second. I first want to focus on this low, which will bring in our next cold front, our next blast of colder air. You can see how robust that system is, where you can actually see that rotation. And I want to show you what it looks like on radar and actually what's going on, because there's some very interesting stuff happening, not in the mid-state right now, but we're going to tap into some of that activity soon. Over parts of Chicago, a very large snow band pushing through Wisconsin, northern Illinois. Notice the way that the flow is coming over the Great Lakes. That's going to actually result in some lake effect snow, and you typically don't see that on the western side of Lake Michigan. Just one of those interesting quirks that we're seeing with this system, some unusually heavy lake effect snow for the western side of Lake Michigan, the southern part of Lake Michigan as well. Here in the mid-state in Gettysburg, if you're paying attention, you notice we started out relatively sunny, and then we saw clouds build in over the course of the day, especially past about noon. But that abundant sunshine did its part and really blew us out of the water temperature-wise, where we were pretty much going to stay in the low 60s, but because it was so sunny, we were able to get into the upper 60s in a lot of locations, and I would not have been surprised if one of our weather stations somewhere managed to break into the 70s. Now, for the most part, that wasn't the case, but even so, relatively mild, and I'll say it again, I think you could have gotten away with wearing that t-shirt. Now we're down into the 50s, upper 40s, used to this. We're going to drop down just a little bit more during the overnight, down to about 46, 45, all said and done. Mostly cloudy skies through the evening and overnight and into Sunday morning. We're not going to really see any rain until the afternoon. Much of the early part of the day will be dry. You'll see some stray showers move in early on in the afternoon, and then finally when the front starts to push through, you're going to see this line ahead of it that is going to gradually move eastward, increasing in intensity as we tap into just a little bit of lift there through dinner time, through Sunday later in the evening, and then we'll finally clear out overnight. But generally not going to result in a lot of heavy rain totals. In fact, I think we're going to stay between a few tenths of an inch and half an inch, so nothing crazy. And then afterwards, we stay quite cool, quite breezy, so jackets will be needed then. That's a quick look at your forecast. I'll send it over to Caleb now for sports.